Well, for me, cycling, I like to say it chose me. But at the start, it wasn't love at first sight for sure. It did take me time because for me it was more team sport. Cycling wasn't team sport in my head then. But yeah, bit by bit I saw where it was taking me, and my love kind of grew as the time went on. We came from always a sporty family. Like, I played basketball, which if you look at my height and everything, you'd think why. Australia has been really good over the years to have like a talent search program where they kind of spot kids at school. So my first ever impression to the world of sport of cycling was like, here's a bike, no brakes, here's a velodrome with steep banking, go ride around it. But don't ride too slow because you'll sit down. I didn't know any professional female cyclists. You heard some names, but for me, the mainstream names, it was like your Stuart O'Grady, your Robbie McEwen, your...
Stuart O'Grady right in the middle, trying to get the win. Look at the power that Robbie McEwen generates.
When I started, yeah, I couldn't tell you much about women's cycling. For sure, they miss me, being 18, 19 years old and going overseas for the first time by myself. Like, I'm the youngest of three, I'm the only girl. Like, I'm sure it was more harder for them than it was for me because I was just excited to see the world. They're kind of like, I guess, losing their daughter, so to say. Maybe it was, around that 2008, 2009 time when I started racing more in Europe and getting more results, when I started looking at like professional teams and trying to get that contract. And I think that's when I started dreaming, like, yes, this can be my career. So often, if I see somebody in the street or I meet somebody and they ask, what do I do? Like, yes, I'm a professional cyclist. The two common things I always get in reply is, so you race the Olympics or you race the Tour de France? And for so many years it's been like, well, it's similar to Tour de France, but we don't have a women's Tour de France. Everybody knows the Tour de France. It was, the first time I went to see the Tour de France in person. It was, I think, 2010, and then I saw it in Paris, and watching the men ride onto Champs-Élysées after 3 weeks, and you could just feel like what it meant to them, and I was like, it's one thing that I'd love to be able to have that feeling, to see what it feels like, to be there to finish like the biggest race in the world. I'm sure, the race that we have now for this year is just the beginning. It's definitely just going to get bigger and bigger, and will be always like the thing that everybody's striving to try to win, try to be a part of. And for sure you have your ups and downs, and a lot of it comes down to the mental strength, I think, and again, building the right team around you, not only from the professional side on the race circuit, but also your home life as well. And I've been fortunate to be able to find that nice balance, and the key is always staying happy and still having, the goals to chase. And the day that you stop loving it is the day that it's time to stop. And as I said, it's an exciting time to be part of the sport, so I still want to just keep pushing and keep doing what I love. And because I know, as people always tell me, you're retired a long time, so don't rush into that decision.